That's a good idea. Well, that's like that David Cho dude. Is it Cho?
Yeah, I think so.
That dude was like, he was running through the bush in Africa with the Hadza tribe. Yeah, and he would, like, a branch would touch him and he would be bleeding. And like these people, it's just like, well, let's not say these people,
The
but
Hadza
tribe. It's like when you scratch your skin and like you just see like that white line.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that shit, and they were like laughing at him. Can you imagine that?
Yes, I can.
Getting laughed at by the this fucking, like, now that's that dude. Now imagine us there. Can't fucking run, trying to run, keep up with these people, throwing up in the desert.
Well, what's crazy is he didn't do any training or anything. He just, like, figured it out while he was there. Just kind of, like, did it, which is, like, not on paper.
We also wouldn't be eating anything there.
Like, they caught a monkey, he said.
Yeah, they were catching baboons.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
That I have a hard time imagining.
Can you imagine
catching a monkey? I can imagine catching a monkey.
Well, no.
But then the turn to killing and eating it, you're like, whoa!
Well, that's what that's what he was saying. He said the thing was like running, like legit run. Well, first of all, he was saying like their cave was here with like the tribe, and then across like the prairie was another cave, and that cave had monkeys in it that they were going to eat. And they were sitting there pointing at the monkeys, and he's looking, and the monkeys are doing the same shit.
Oh, yeah.
Pointing like that's the motherfuckers that are going to come and kill us. And then they ran, and then like so now they're tracking these monkeys down.
And our shit is that, like, we'll just stay running.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
I love humans sometimes.
He was saying, like, they chase him up a mountain, and, like, they just, like, everybody just comes up different ends of the mountain, and they just catch him on top of the mountain and just fucking hit him with an arrow. But, like, can you imagine how human that thing must be?
Oh, my God.
To be, it's almost like you're hunting a man.
The most dangerous game.
The most dangerous game. That's fucked up. I don't know, man.
No,
have you ever seen a shaved monkey?
Yeah, they're yoked.
Yeah, fucking shredded. Dude, have you seen that picture of that cat? I just saw it the other day. It's a cat that has some disease that causes it to just build immense, like, muscle tone or whatever. And this, like, hairless cat is fucking shredded.
Really?
Dude, it's got biceps. It's fucking, like, would that be its calf? I don't know. Whatever that is. It's fucking huge, and, like, it's just laying, like, on, like, a cat bed, and it looks like it's flexing, but it's fucking just, cut.
It should have, like, a jug of water
Shit's got
a protein shake next
Shit's got
to
traps.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
It's got Tyson neck.
Yeah. No, that's fucking.
Yeah, but, like, how bad did our skin get over time? Or was...
Well, just, like, not being,
Did people just get burnt and then, like, sustain, like, a crispness? You know what I'm saying? Like
for, like, the darker skin tone?
No, I'm saying, like, white people out in the fucking sun, like, all, like... Did you just, like, grow up and you're like, I'm sunburnt, but instead of, like, going and putting aloe on it, you're like, well...
I'll just be burnt.
Back outside. So then,
like, back in the day.
Yeah, so is it just like a non-issue by the time you're fucking 5 or whatever? Because you already, I don't know, like...
Or is everyone, or just like from working outside all day, are you just tan as fuck?
By the time
I know my buddy, go ahead.
Well, by the time they got like paintings and shit, people are pale, I guess. But those are also like royals who stay inside and put like powder on or whatever the fuck. So,
because I know like my buddy...
back in the day.
Yeah. Like my buddy Billy frames houses and like builds shit. And he's outside all day. He doesn't wear sunscreen. He's fucking bald. But... He, like, I remember just in the summer, he was just the tannest motherfucker I knew. And just, like, a white dude, like, Polish, Italian, like,
Mark
just...
looks Arabic in the summer, yeah.
Just, like, a tan motherfucker. And it's like, he never wore sunscreen, doesn't have skin issues, and it's like, he's just been doing this since he was, like, 16. And he's, like, 38 now.
And they're not the same as Hasda, but they got the same, like, tougher skin and shit, where it's just, like, saddlebag skin.
Yeah, motherfucker shot a nail through his foot and was like, oh, it's fine.
Bro, I fucking hate that I don't have that with, like, my legs. Like, when if I kick Bob or whatever, I, like, feel it. Where it's like, there was a time where it's like, you just hit shit and, like, you don't feel nothing in your legs.
Tony Ferguson.
I watched a fucking video that was, like, the last time we saw El Kukui, and it was him fucking up Anthony Pettis.
Yeah.
But just lost, like, 5 in a row since then.
Really?
Yeah. It's very sad.
That is upsetting.
For the first time... I want to say since it was, I think they said 2012. No, I'll look it up, but the first time in like 10 fucking years that Tony Ferguson is not ranked.
Really? Well, he hasn't fucking done anything.
Yeah, he's lost 5 times in a row is what he's done. But yeah, man. Fucking.
I used to think that dude was cool as fuck.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, he would like El Kukui.
Just do like that, like rolling shit. Just fucking.
Yeah, the Eminari roll.
Yeah. I used to play as him in, was it UFC 2? Was that on PS3? I don't know.
I think so.
One of those UFC games. And just fucking nailing that roll. Whoosh. Just be on the ground half the time.
He was just slicing Anthony Pettis up with elbows, and I remember watching that fight. That fucking title got me. Last time we saw El Kukui, I was like, damn. And then that on the heel. First time since March 2015, Tony Ferguson is in a ranked lightweight.
2015? That's 5, 6, 7. It's almost 8. That would be 8 years. Isn't that crazy?
It's fucked up.
It is fucked up.
I love my boy Jack Slack on YouTube and Twitter. Just saw someone describe middleweight as the second strongest division and threw up on my screen. That's a little inside for you MMA fans.
For you fans out there, for you guys following the
if you guys
MMA
came over
channel. What time is it? 6 minutes and we're promoting. That's a record. Usually it's 2 minutes in and we're plugging.
We need
Get into the shit.
We need this.
No, honestly. Who the fuck is Bad Bunny? That's what I want to fucking know.
She's a bitch who was on, I think she's old enough you can say bitch now. Because when she first popped, she was a kid.
Really?
She was one of those kids on
How'd
Dr.
she start?
Phil who was like, I don't know if it was just her, if it was like 3 parents. My mom had Dr. Phil on a lot as a kid.
Yeah,
that and Oprah.
I didn't watch much Dr. Phil.
I've seen a lot of Dr. Phil and Oprah in the background.
Oprah.
But do you remember she's the Cash Me Outside girl. You remember that?
That's her?
Yeah.
Catch Me Outside. How about that?
So literally, she's like 1,000 other people who have been on Dr. Phil and been like shitty, bratty, little fucking dumb fuck kids.
Yeah.
She said a thing that randomly became a meme and caught on.
Yeah.
And then somebody was like, there's something here. And then that something turned out to be rapping. And now she raps in addition to having a fucking OnlyFans, which they were talking about it on Two Bears, I think, where it's like she posts like bikini pics.
That's it?
Not even anything crazy.
She's not showing puss.
Not that I even want to say. She's not really a looker.
Really?
Is the
and
thing.
She's selling out like arenas.
She sold. Look at this.
I watched a video of this dude fucking mopping the stage before she came out, and he was just hyping the crowd up. And like they showed the crowd, and it was like fucking 10,000 people. It probably wasn't that much, but it was a lot of fucking people, all paying $60 to go see some bitch. I don't know, bro. That's like that one chick. The who was the older one that was like, "God damn, there's a fire."
I don't know.
Fuck, she's the black lady that there was a fire or some shit. I forgot what her line was.
Bad Bunny posts receipt to prove her $50 million OnlyFans earning.
$50 million she's made? See, that's what we got to start cross-promoting with OnlyFans girls.
I want to see how long.
We got to start interviewing these sluts.
This article is from...
Any OnlyFans chicks out there want to get interviewed, hit us up.
She's 19. First joined the platform in April 2021, and she boasted about making $1 million in 6 hours.
$1 million in 6 hours?
Yeah, and she posts the picture of the breakdowns. So, I guess most of it is from being able to send...
I want to see what she looks like.
It's exciting, right?
No, I mean, whatever.
I'll pull up better pictures, but I don't think there's anything really there.
Mm.
But yeah, 50 mil in a year.
That's fucking crazy. Well, that's like those chicks on TikTok. Well, fucking Angel at Work posted that Yeah, no, dude. She looks like a dude. She looks ugly. She looks like Ariana Grande with male features. Yeah, I'm not buying it. I don't like it. But
what's happening, brother?
Dude, fucking that our buddy at work posted yeah,
I don't think that's her.
What the fuck is that? That can't be her. She made $50 million off that shit.
That's so funny.
But the one dude at work posted a picture. It was some girl had a YouTube account that was like how to trade on the stock market, blah blah blah, and that video was posted like 4 years ago or 5 years ago. It was just a girl like trying to break down like how to be financially whatever, learn how to trade on the stock market, make money.
Listen to girls' financial advice.
The latest video she posted was just started an OnlyFans. Let's see where this goes. But that's the thing. It's like I've seen these videos on TikTok where it's like of this girl that has like it'll be a girl that has like 20,000 followers on TikTok or whatever. She'll be like, I'm gonna start an OnlyFans and see where this goes for 2 weeks. 2 weeks she makes like $8,000.
Dude, girls do that with feet pics. They're like, what's the worst that happens? Like, no one buys them.
Someone jerks off to your feet.
Yeah,
it's like, whatever.
They do that, yeah. $8,000 in a month. And it's like, oh, that's a cool side hustle. It's like, fuck.
Side hustle? That's a fucking job.
I love Ryan Long. He'll always be like, he'll make those sketches where it's like, yes, there's only 10% of females as like CEOs of businesses, but also there's only 1% of deep sea fishermen that are girls. We need to get these numbers up.
We need to get these numbers up.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
And then vice versa. He'll be like
2% of bricklayers are men or are women.
He's like, I told my dad I wanted to sell feet pics, and he laughed at me.
No, honestly, like, I don't know. It's like it just goes back to the girls on TikTok that fucking post yoga fails, but just them showing their fucking coochie on the camera, like up close and personal. And that video does not get taken down. It gets 10 million views, and she has 1.3 million subs. But we talk shit about Biden. We talk shit about something Biden fucking says, or I go and say cock, and my fucking video gets pulled down.
Crazy. It's disgusting.
Yeah, she's not saying pussy, but she's showing it.
Bro, half the chiropractic videos there are just like that. It's like just ass.
Yeah, Yeah, exactly. Or it's just like some chiropractor just working on some like chick with a fat ass, and the camera's always just like, check out this chick's ass.
That's why I just watch your Houston chiropractor, Dr. Gregory Johnston.
No,
he's a reputable chiropractor.
Reputable.
He's not in it for that.
He's not in it for the clickbait.
Okay, he's in it for the results.
Yeah, that's the thing.
The downside of smoking right before.
Yeah, it's just coughing.
Good pot.
Coughing, can't form thoughts.
Huh.
Wrong.
Word, we broke something.
I thought we had to get a new board. Shock.
I
Damn.
was ready to throw the
No.
launch for that.
Road, if you want to send us a new board, we've been using this one for about a year, and it's treated us very well, but we need those buttons to switch the fucking sounds.
We knew that was coming around. We would have postponed.
Mind you, there
the
probably
pod.
is a way to do it, but we didn't read the manual.
What do we look like?
We look like fucking women.
Come on, boy, I don't know how to read.
I ain't reading that shit. Are you kidding me?
Didn't we have something else we tabled?
Yeah, it was the Bad Bunny thing. I thought we were going somewhere with that. I thought we had something on that. See, this is what happens every time. We're throwing heat, and then we hit play. We don't remember anything we were talking about. Let's go to the notes. Bring up the notes. By the way, people, who knows when this video is coming out? This could be one in the bank, or this could be coming out Friday. New episode's coming out Friday now. That's a fun thing. That's a little update for you folks. Along with the MMA Ape channel, History Ape channel's coming out soon. It's made. Maybe go sub. Get on there first.
Depending on when this comes out.
Yeah, depending on when this comes out. Who knows? This could be coming out next Christmas.
Huh.
I don't know. Zach's on Photoshop working out some things.
Saving it and closing it.
You got to go to podcast topics.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Top grappling exchanges. That's a good. Here we go. Florida dominatrix.
Make fun of me. Make fun of me for what I have in my notes. Florida dominatrix just asked city council to fund her dungeon. Shut the fuck up.
I'm just saying. It's hot topics. God. Isn't that interesting? She went to the council. Have you seen those videos of, like, people that...
I saw that guy Biden has, like, in his situation who's like that.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I forget what his role is in the administration, but yeah, he's
like a total sub.
His Instagram is just like leather and fucking look crazy.
Really?
He's got wild tattoos.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Wow. And you know what's funny? People probably praised him for hiring him. Like,
oh my, we got hired.
Oh my God! Wow.
No, that's rude. Maybe he's good at his job. I don't know.
I don't know either. People can have their kinks. Who fucking knows?
People can have their kinks, but also like, why do I have to be like impressed? It's like not everything's fucking brave.
But that's the thing about like a kink. Like, keep it to yourself. Keep it in the bedroom. Like, I don't give a fuck what you do.
No one's saying you have to feel shame about it, but there's like a middle ground between like feeling shame about it and screaming it from the rooftops. Like you can. Yeah. Be quietly confident about it too.
Yeah, like if someone brings it up, just say, "Yeah, I do that. Who gives a fuck?"
Like,
I eat ass.
Like Mac's cousin being gay.
Yeah,
where he's like, "Yeah, I'm gay, loud and proud, brother." But like, no one had any idea up until then. But as soon as you ask him, loud and proud. It's not
loud and proud, brother. Of course I am. You're goddamn right. Of course I'm a homosexual. Of course I've sucked cock in the back of a Denny's parking lot at 2 a.m. after I eaten a Grand Slam. Of course I've done that. Are you kidding me? Who hasn't, brother? Who hasn't? It's 2022, about to be 2023.
Doesn't taste the same without it.
No, sir.
I wouldn't go to Denny's if there wasn't dick in the parking lot.
No, sir. Come on now. Come on, man.
Bro, Stav on Rogan was crazy.
I didn't start watching it yet. I'm saving it for the road to Michigan.
I've only seen clips of it, but like...
The clips are fucking hilarious.
It seems like Stav just went in there and like does not allow Rogan to get going on any bullshit. He's just like, yeah, we're going to be talking about like pussy and food and like funny shit. I'm not talking about aliens or whatever the fuck.
Did you watch the one clip I sent you where Stav's just talking about like his ideal woman is just like a woman, is just a woman bodybuilder who will pin him up against the wall.
Yeah.
And will make him her project to be like, I'm gonna fix him and make him in shape.
He said that's like because the algorithm was so good that because he was watching fitness stuff and then like hot babe stuff, the algorithm handed him like muscle girls, and he's like, I didn't even fucking know I liked this.
I didn't even notice. I didn't even know I liked this.
It's fucked up how good the algorithm is.
Do you have an account on Pornhub?
Not on Pornhub. I made one on X videos for the cams.
For the cams. Are you still on those?
No.
Really?
Haven't in a while.
That's a shame.
Sometimes when I know I'm gonna jerk off, I'll be like, I should do that.
That'd be a fun little. That'd be a fun little turn.
I'm like, that's probably.
Those were good old days.
It's just like
those were classic Stone Date bits. Those are classic. Going out in the field. We got to get back to that.
Doing field. Maybe I'll hop back on there just to
field research. That's what that is.
I'll chum the waters, see if anyone wants to.
I'm gonna throw out some chum. Cast a wide net. See what's going on,
ladies. You know what?
That'll be for the Patreon when we start going on cams.
You know what doesn't work out with that though is that it's like
sluts all want money.
Well, they want to be compensated for their time. Foolish.
Bullshit. We're not being compensated.
It's for the future.
Listen, once we start getting paid, we'll pay people.
You got to put the time in. I'll pay no one to be a guest on this show.
No. If you think you get the notoriety.
Yeah, you get the clout.
And you get the joy of hanging with the boys.
You get the Stoned Apes bump.
Yeah, that's what that is.
30 watchers.
That's what that is.
Fuck, were you just saying?
I was talking about watching cams on Patreon.
Oh, well, that's so the downside of trying to. So I'll go on with like I'll jerk off or whatever, but I'll jerk off. But I'm gonna do the cams because we're trying to Be like, hey, we got a podcast, yada yada.
Yes, it's
the
field
thing
research.
that this falls apart in is I don't watch anyone who speaks good English. So then it's
That
like, hey, you want to come on the podcast? And they're like, yo, no say.
So you got to start going on like the new, like the new people on there.
I don't like watching.
But it's not for that. Remember, we're going in for field research. We got to go.
I need to do this like at my desk.
Yes, you can't be butt naked on the couch watching cam videos.
Butt naked.
It's too cold down here to do that.
Christ.
But no, you got to get on like new rivals to where people are getting on. They don't even know where this is going. They don't know they can make money yet. They need us. They need a pimp. That's what we got to start doing. We got to start pimping out these cam girls.
I know the website already takes like 60% of your cut.
That's what we got to do.
If you let me step in and market for you, a thing the website already does.
Easy. You come on. We'll interview you. What got you into doing cams? What got
Being
you into
poor?
this? Being poor. Exactly. We're poor.
Wanting a better life for yourself, but not having the tools to.
That's what it is. We got to get these new people on there. They're going to come on. They're going to think we establish worth.
Girls will be on there for a long time.
Like just hours on head? Wow.
Because there's times.
They only got to come on for an hour for us.
I know.
They don't even have to come.
They could literally do the podcast while still camming.
Yeah, that's
fine.
They
take phone calls.
That's fine, yeah. That's fine. I'll throw them $5.
I find it annoying.
We'll all chip in.
I'm not paying, though, so.
Yeah. Well, you get $15. I mean, $5.
Oh, shit. For that?
Yeah, I'll pay $5. I paid $5.
No, I mean, when they take phone calls during the thing, it's like.
Oh, that's fucking crazy.
Again, no one's
paying.
What can
that be about?
Well, they're doing it for 8 hours.
Oh, so they're just like
bullshitting with
they're
their
just
friend.
like talking to their doctor. Oh, they're bullshitting with like somebody. Yeah, I'm on a cam now.
Like, yeah, going over here, then this. And you're just like, ugh.
Puss, give me tits, ass, nudes.
I love porn.
No. She's worth it, man.
Porn comments where, like, if I bust halfway through the video and I don't make it to the end, and then seeing the comments.
Do you let the video play while you're doing that, or do you pause it out of?
If it's a good video, I'll pause it to be like,
I'll come back to this.
Yeah, we're gonna pick it right back up. If it's something that's just
I'll be
whatever.
ready after these comments.
No, I don't do that anymore. I worry about my dick health. I try not to bust too often.
Really?
Back to back.
Why?
I don't know. It freaks me out. I freak myself out about my dick a lot.
What about? Wouldn't you think that's like building stamina?
No, this girl.
Because then you could go rounds.
This girl in 8th grade health class. Fucking
let's talk about
this. The teacher asked people to like offer up STDs, what have you heard of or whatever.
Really?
And this one girl goes, I heard that this one like rock star had sex so much that his dick opened up from the hole into 2 separate halves.
Well, that can't happen.
And I, to this day, still think about the feeling of what that would feel like.
Yeah.
And sometimes I bust so fucking hard I make myself worry. Where I'm like, God damn. Yeah, that's also why I can't, like, I try not to have long sessions either. Because sometimes I'll be like a real marathon.
Yeah, you're going at it.
Yeah.
That's what Adderall will do to you. You'll be on Pornhub for 8 hours, 6 tabs open.
Well, sometimes with the jelly beans, it's a matter of like, you really got to work for it.
Yeah.
Other times it's just a matter of being a fucking crack fiend and being like, this is a good time.
Yes.
And
I'm bored.
Yeah.
I'll knock this out in 20
I'm not
minutes.
tired. I'm doing this to go to sleep. So
Yes.
How long it takes, who cares?
Whatever you need.
And the buildup creates such a fucking thrust where it's like, I don't know if that was worrisome or if that's just in my head.
Yeah.
So.
It's probably in your head. Because I would
98%.
Yeah. Damn. Maybe consult Pornhub comments. Porn comments for the...
Oh, well, I was going to say, the porn comments are great when it's like, only 3 minutes of actual fucking. Pathetic.
Pathetic.
And then
lame.
That'll be sandwiched in between like 7 comments of like, wow, she went on. And this is all
What's
like...
her name?
Me not... I love those.
What's her name?
I like compilation videos a lot just for like attention span.
8 minutes, 7 seconds.
Yeah. Anyone knows the name of the girl the third clip in? And you think like, wow, what a psychopath to even post that question. And then you'll see, her name's Liz.
Her name's Liz. Liz comes a lot. Yeah. She's in X video. This, that, and this. 7 links. You you can't click on the links. They don't work. You have to copy and paste them, and then that's in your copy file now.
I never think about that.
It's something to think about.
It's on the clipboard.
It's on the clipboard. Yeah. You ever worry about, like, I worry about, like, Google, like, looking at my search history and shit.
As like a kid, I would just type shit into Google.
Yeah, I would too.
It's
yeah.
so crazy.
Yeah, I remember just, like, typing shit and being like, wow, you can't type this in.
You know, you got to go to the website and type it in. So, bro, it's so funny to think, like...
Big ass and titties.
It was literally... I would type in big ass a lot, yeah. But it's so funny, like, I know we technically, like, kind of always had the internet, but we always had it... I don't know. We had it when it was shitty, though.
Yeah.
Like, Google... Like, there's times when my back was fucked up, even that recently, where it's like, I wouldn't think to, like... research really where I like didn't get it through my fucking like head how much shit was just accessible, you know.
Do you remember like the first actual porn you saw?
I jerked off to movies forever.
Yeah, movies, magazines, that's every kid's like.
But first actual porn?
You get that Victoria's Secret magazine in the mail.
I did not get that in the mail.
Okay.
My mom bought me a Sports Illustrated once because she saw on the search history all the big ass.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? That's funny. That's really funny.
I was like 13. And I was typing in teen because I wanted, like, I don't know. In my head, I thought that was better.
Yeah.
And then my mom was like, you get in a lot of trouble for looking at underage porn. I was like...
My parents did that too. I was doing the same shit.
Oh, that's
literally.
Hilarious.
Yeah, just like teen, blah, blah, blah. And then I remember my mom.
It made so much more sense to me that I'm like, if it's going to be two grown-ups fucking, that seems aggressive.
Yeah.
Like,
knowing
I wasn't even 13 yet, yeah.
Yeah, I remember
sixth grade, whatever that is.
Because I used my mom's laptop. I remember like her seeing the search history because I didn't even know about search history.
How?
Because I don't fucking know. And then her being like, you know you can get in a lot of trouble for this. And then going, well, I didn't do that. I didn't search that. Are you crazy? And then her then going, well, you know, your grandma was using my laptop. And going, that was probably it. That was probably it. No. I remember we had like the black box, which was like,
got all the channels.
Yeah, it was like free. You got pay-per-view, everything. And I remember just like scrolling through whatever, looking for like pay-per-view movies. And then finding like, stumbling upon like the Playboy channel or something and just being like, what the fuck is, and just seeing like an up close like pussy and just being like, what the fuck is that?
Oh yeah, the softcore porn channels were hilarious. Because when I moved here, to my grandparents' house, they had like not those, but they had like enough of the like HBO type channels,
Skinamax,
where they played like movies that were just like close enough to that. Yeah. But then when I would come back to New York on vacation, my dad, who in the 6 months I was gone had like 9 TVs installed and fucking new air conditioners and whatnot, he's got all the porn channels,
obviously.
So no child support money, but porn channel money, yes,
obviously.
Sir.
But I remember getting a glimpse of that on the pay-per-view, and then I got like an iPod Touch with like, it was like one of the first ones with like internet. And I remember just like having access to the internet like on my own thing.
That's probably definitely where I saw the first porn, is someone else's iPod Touch.
And then I remember like looking something up, and the first fucking thing I saw was a fisting video.
Oh my Christ.
And I remember just like seeing that and going, what in the fuck is happening? I don't lie. What the fuck is this? And just like freaking out.
I saw not the first, but again like a early on thing that was nothing I ever would have like thought I would have saw, not wanted to see, not searched, was like a machine with like a dildo on it.
Really?
Just like pumping a girl.
Yeah, just like random shit.
Yeah, it was like
that just sticks in your brain forever.
Yeah.
Because now as like a 13-year-old, that's like fucking, well, that's what you know now, stamp.
Bro, there's a,
stumbling across like pissing videos and being like, what is this?
There's a lot of there's like a lane of comics is like this. And there's one book called Verotica that the cover
that sounds terrible.
Fucking like scarred me. Because the cover was all fucked up, but I couldn't find what the title of it was. And I hadn't been working there long enough to just look at it and be like, oh, this fucking shit.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out where it goes. So I have to open it up to look in the indicia to see what the title of the book is because I couldn't find it on the fucking cover. The indicia is like the fine print that's like blah 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 copyright publishing house, yada yada.
That's a good word. Go ahead.
It's like one of the only big ups at the comic book stores. Like indicia is one of our common.
Yeah.
But yeah, open it up and it's someone had like. I don't know. It was like someone was holding a limb, and was fucking someone with
like a fist.
Yeah, but not
arm,
but not the fist side. It was like the other side,
like the bloody side.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Really, that was a cover.
No, that was like when I opened it up to find.
Would they just show full blown nudity?
Yeah, but it was like very warped.
So that's the smut that man was looking for.
Yeah, maybe. They also probably. He was looking for something pretty crazy, I guess. There was other shit like
odd.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's wild. People would even think to jerk off to that.
There's shit like Cave Woman, which is kind of just like that Skinamax where it's like, oh look, her tits are out.
Yeah.
Oh look, her pussy. Yeah. You know, it's not like happening. Yeah. And then there were other things where it's like, what was that one? There was like I can't remember the name of it, but it was all like alien stuff.
Yeah.
And that they put it on the covers, and we had to put like Post-its over it, and then you can't put the Post-it on the book, obviously, so you have to like put a bag over
like
it,
a seal thing,
and then tape over that. But then you can't, and then put it in a bigger one because then people would take
pull
the
that off.
Tits. Yeah.
You ever jerk off to like a Playboy?
Sports Illustrated, yeah.
I remember
not Playboy.
I remember finding a Playboy like as like an older, like I wasn't like 13 or whatever. I was probably like 16, whatever, 17.
Well into internet porn.
Well into it. Just like that's nothing to me now. And then just like seeing that and then having the thought of like I'm gonna do some like nostalgic shit. I'm gonna try this out.
Yeah.
And just like doing that and going, so this is what they did back in the day. This is what that was.
Yes and no though, because it's that without knowing what's coming.
Exactly, yeah. Because
that's why I say, like,
that's the best of the best.
Even though we technically had the internet, like, we've had it at every stage, so we still appreciate it. It's not like a kid just arriving and having that iPod Touch and being like, oh.
Or
I like kids all of a sudden?
Yeah, or like the kids now who are, like, handed an iPad at, like, 7 years old.
Right.
6 years old.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, you have it already. iPad. So whenever that thing turns on where you're like, I saw a girl with tits today, and I was really... Yeah. I don't know what's going on there. I should look into that. And then instead of just picking and choosing in movies when you get a chance or in life when you see it, now you're just like, oh, over tits at like 10.
Yeah.
So now it's just a matter of like...
BDSM.
Yeah. So you'd be fucking this guy.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you turn into that. That's crazy.
That there's anything wrong with that.
I remember being in like school. I think it was like 4th grade. Yeah, it was like 4th grade because I just got to like public school. Because I was in Catholic school.
And you were back with the commoners, man.
Yes, and I remember this one kid, like, stole his dad's, like, Hustler or, like, Playboy or something. And just, I remember in class, like, I sat next to this dude, and he was crazy. And just, like, we're trying to do shit, and, like, he pulled this thing out and was like, look at this. And I go, what the fuck? Why do you have that? Yeah. We're going to get in trouble? Like, what the fuck is this? And he goes, nah, it's fine. Then opens it up to a page of like a woman with a full bush spread eagle, and just being like, check that out, and just being like, oh, so that's what that is now. Okay, no, it's fucking crazy. Yeah, remember this? Yeah, exactly.
Did I tell you the thing where when we were doing like at the end of the day when you went and did like units or whatever, and you could like go and do computer time or like go and draw or whatever. I was doing computer time. I was playing Samurai Jack on CartoonNetwork.com, and on another screen there was 4 computers, and on another computer someone pulled up some type of porn somehow.
Yeah,
because they were the younger sibling of an older kid in school who knew how to like get around whatever like firewall or whatever would have blocked.
No, he was just on it. So
the kid just did what his brother told him, probably not knowing what was going to come up even, And I guess just porn full-blown came up on the computer, because next scene, the teacher, no one's allowed on computers. Again, like, I'm clearing the stages in Samurai Jack, you know?
Yeah.
I'm killing it.
Yeah.
And next scene...
It was a computer game.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to fucking love
that one
game.
in Teen Titans.
Bro.
5-on-5.
Yeah, that shit was amazing. And then you got to the level in Samurai Jack with those fucking hat android robot things. But I'm sorry.
What a superior show.
So the teacher, like, had access to everybody's screen? Or just saw?
Just saw, because it caused such a commotion. Again.
Like it came out with sound?
I don't think it had sound. I think it was it wasn't, like, anything crazy. I know that, because I got, like, a glimpse of it. So, and I wasn't, like, taking it. It wasn't, like, anything viscerally, like, whoa. But it was,
holy shit.
Yeah. It wasn't porn in enough of a way that made the lady, like, freak pretty solidly.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm no sheep. I see a bunch of sheep flock over there. Say, hey, I'm playing Samurai Jack. I could give a fuck.
Brother, I can't. I gotta clear these levels.
Yeah. I got 20/20 vision. I'm locked in.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. It's second grade.
Second grade. Wow.
That's probably also why I didn't go over, because I, like, probably literally didn't care yet.
Yeah. Just like you had no idea. Just like, what? My dick doesn't even work.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a fuck.
I'm barely even getting those random boners yet.
Yeah.
Which, I know Louis got the bit on it, but, like...
What a time that is.
Where you're getting crazy boners, and there's nothing you can do about it.
I remember in 6th grade, just sitting there in class, just, like, your mind's racing, and just, like, viciously hard boners.
At least 6th grade, you can go home and, like, jerk off. I'm talking about, like, the 4th grade ones where it's
grade.
like, yeah, and you're just like, what do I do with
like,
this?
I can't do anything with this.
Like, what is this?
Like what the fuck happens now?
The denim hurts.
I can't. The zipper is pushing out of my penis.
I think I stunted my penis's growth by shoving it in a cup for so many years and hours in MMA, yeah. Because I was a catcher in baseball.
That would make sense, because mine is abnormally large.
And you never did that.
I never did sports.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that does make sense.
Well, you never got the testosterone boost. Yours never came into play. You didn't have to go and establish yourself against other alphas.
Yeah. You were always the alpha.
You were the alpha by default. Dunning-Kruger, you didn't know that they were...
You didn't know there were more alphas out there. You thought you were head alpha in your house. Little did you know, there's bigger dudes out there. And that's why you have such strong confidence.
Probably.
Yeah. Well.
Whereas
maybe you gotta
crippled.
Maybe you gotta take shrooms and look at yourself in the mirror more often and look at all the positives in your features in your face and say, wow, you are a handsome motherfucker.
I look like a goblin when I see myself on shrooms.
Really?
Very goblin features.
Okay. We'll switch that.
How? What do you mean?
Think differently of yourself.
Oh. I go to piss and I pass myself in the mirror. I go, Jesus
I freaked
Christ.
out. I freaked out the one time when I did take like a heavier dose, and then my entire beard was moving.
Yeah.
And I like tried to smack it off my face because I was freaking out.
That one time I woke up with my hand on my face, tripping. When I took my hand off my face, it felt like I took the hair off, and my hands were still furry, even though they weren't touching. That was weird.
That's good. That's funny.
No, I was in such a good mood the one time I looked in the mirror, because I thought maybe I could, like, do some positive self-talk, because I was so fucking happy on mushrooms. Yeah. And then I see myself, and I just kind of, like, drooped. I just kind of, like... And then it was like, there's that fucking goblin face.
It takes, like, I remember, like, because going to the bathroom then being like, don't look in the mirror. Why? Everybody says don't look in the mirror. And this being like, just fucking do it. And then looking and then just staring for a minute and going, all right. Now
I can get lost.
You're fucking, you got this shit. Look at you.
I can, like, weirdly stare into my eyes and just, like, look into, like, the void of, like, a pupil and be like, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But if I look at, like, my face, it's like, oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Probably retreat.
Yeah. If I saw myself shirtless in the mirror, I would probably start being like, wow, you have really let yourself go. You used to be peak physical form.
I don't like looking at myself shirtless, because it's kind of the same thing as the beard. It feels like too many things are, like, moving. Because skin, I feel like the way, like, light on a shirt it's going to be like one color versus like skin tone.
Yeah.
Light hits in a different way. I don't know. On shrooms, just skin looks different.
I remember setting up a light and like I had shit on a nightstand and that shadow was casting onto the wall. And I remember just staring at that being like, whoa, I could like, what if you set up a room and put all the shadows of everything that was in the room on the wall and then painted the wall in that shadow color and then took everything out of the room. It would look like it's full again. Just making no sense. Think of the dumbest shit. Just the dumbest shit possible, being like, wow. I remember,
it sucks when every thought feels profound and then you know you're being an asshole.
Dude, I remember pissing in the bathroom and there was a wreath on the wall, like in front of the toilet, and there was a flower, and then there was like the pistil that turns into the flower, like the bud. And I remember looking at it and going, oh, I get it now. So the flower is like the female. It's very feminine. And then you look at the bud and it's very phallic. It's more masculine. So that's like, and then a flower can reproduce by it. So that's why it's asexual. And then having this thought going downstairs and going, babe, you're not going to believe this. I cracked the code. Baby. Yeah. I figured it out. And then half explaining it, and then halfway through it being like, fuck, this makes no sense. God damn.
Or it makes sense, but it's just like a known thing. And it's like,
it's being like
thinking like I came up with something in my fucking basement in 2022 on shrooms, and it's like, no, like you just found that out.
It's the same feeling I get when like I find a new rapper, and I'm like, wow, this guy is fucking crazy. And then I go to somebody, and I'm like, have you heard of King Ghidra? And they go, yeah, MF Doom. And I'm like, fuck you. This fucking guy, he screws me. He has one album as this dude. I think it's good. I'm waiting for another album.
When you think you find, like,
he's
a
dead.
rapper you've never heard of, but the video has 1 million views, and it's like, well, clearly I didn't discover this, man. Like,
obviously, this is, I was talking to one dude at work who's a rapper, and he, did
he ever figure out his,
Yeah, so I was talking to him. His name's, I should look up his name. We should plug him, but I don't know. We don't really have followers. But his name's Donnie. But he makes some good shit. But the one song he has, his best song, this other song comes on that this other dude's playing, and it's using that beat.
Right.
So I'm asking him about it, and he's like, no, I didn't fucking get paid for this, because that's my fucking thing. They're saying this. I went back and listened. They're saying the same thing he says in the thing. Like, he says, like, he starts a song with, like, that beat, and he's saying some shit over it. That song starts with the same beat, sped up a little bit, and they're just saying the shit faster. And then like, their actual song starts, and I'm like, brother, you should be getting paid for this shit. It's like, he makes his own beats.
That's crazy they would steal it to that like, not only take the beat, but it's also like, keep that hook in, too.
Yeah.
I like that.
No, I like that. That sounds good. But, so I asked him about it. He said he talked to, like, his publisher. He looked at his accounts for his royalties. He didn't get paid for shit. And he was like, so I don't know if they're using some loophole that I don't know about that fucks me over, but I don't know. He didn't get paid.
I don't know what loophole it would be.
That's what I mean. I mean, if you sample something, can't you go sue or something? Or I feel like, but then it's like you go sue somebody who has 6 million followers on Spotify, and then they probably have the best lawyers that are going to be like, nah, motherfucker, so now you're spending all this money in legal fees to try to get your thing back. And then they do what Vanilla Ice did to Queen and fucking, no, it's yours goes dun 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 dun. Mine goes dun 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 dun. It's different, you know what I mean? It's a different beat. And now you're $60K in the hole with lawyer fees and got no money. It's probably how that goes. I could be wrong. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, the sampling thing is a real fine line. Because on the one hand, I get it. Like, you're a motherfucker who makes some shit, it makes no money, and then 20 years go by and someone's like, ooh, I like this one part, and then takes it and makes a song out of it.
And it gets, like, millions. Yeah. It's, like, their number one thing.
So, I mean, I get it, like, wanting a piece. But then at the same time, it's like, you see some of these dudes sample shit, and it's like, they take it, they stretch it, they warp it, they flip it, they add it to 17 other fucking things, and it's like, okay, well, is it even the same thing at this point?
Yeah, it's like, that Lil Wayne song, 6 Foot, 7 Foot, or Maybe it's a milli. I don't know. But it's it's that song from Daylight Comes and for that song. He just speeds that shit, or maybe it's some other song like that. But he just speeds it up. He fucking flips it, puts like auto pitches it, and like does some other shit. And it doesn't sound like it, but then you slow it down and add all the shit back in. It's like, oh, that is that song. But he took that and switched it so much to where it just sounds like its own different thing. So, like, I get that to an extent, but then, I don't know.
Well, I think the thing is, I'm trying to think of the wording they use, but you have to, like, change it enough to that it's not in its original form and that you're making, like, something new out of it. You're not just...
Imperceptible.
Well, just, like, not even imperceptible, but it has to be, like, legitimately making something new. It can't just be, like, I'm using this sound. You have to take it and, like, enough has to happen to it where it changes into another thing. Yeah. I forget the phrasing they use. But, yeah, it's a very fine line.
Yeah. I don't get it.
Watched a lot of sampling documentaries. There's a few good ones.
I think the laws with, like, sampling has changed, too, now.
A lot, yeah.
You can't, like, fucking do anything without giving somebody
money. Bro, back in the day, they just would straight up take, like the classic one is that Funky Drummer Man, which is, like, a James Brown. I don't know the guy's name.
It's, like, the classic, like, boom bap beat or whatever it is.
Like, pre-boom bap beat. I think it's, like, the 80s almost, where it's, like, just, like, LL Cool J and Public Enemy. But, like, every group and rapper has a song that's basically that drum beat sped up to a varying degree, and it's not really altered at all. It's just kind of that beat. Maybe chopped up a little bit, just, cut it off here, cut it off there, and then
or even like
repeat it.
Or even like that Cypress Hill song. That song Hits from the Bong uses that old, like, country song that was in Pulp Fiction. Fell in love with the preacher man.
Yeah.
That song, yeah.
I was going to say that, and then I got unsure if it was that or not.
But they just straight up, like, don't change anything. Like, it's just
they pull
song.
that fucking...
Like, it's just that, yeah. So it's like, so, like, how are they doing that without giving that person money? Unless they did have to give that person money. And again,
sometimes they just do that.
Yeah, they just say, hey, I'd like
clear the sample.
Yeah. But yeah, now it's like, even with, like, EDM artists and shit now, where they're putting in, like, quotes from Rick and Morty or quotes from, like, movies and shit. And I'm like, how are you guys able to do that without going through, like, a studio?
Are those released songs, though, or are those just, like, live performances?
No, that's, like, on their album. Like, I know this one person that that girl at work likes. She likes this dude, Midnight Tyrannosaurus or some shit, who just, like, legit half of a song is just, like, Rick and Morty bits.
I hear, like, movie quotes and stuff,
yeah,
too.
Movie quotes, everything. So, like, I do wonder, like, is that under a different thing, or is that just a completely different, like, because it's not music? Are you just allowed to use audio samples like that?
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still... How different is a fucking company that owns music from a company that owns movie? Everyone wants their fucking money, I
also wonder about, like, this thing. Like, we have the Trump wrong. Now, what if we switch that and we have like the Method Man, fuck that, or something like that, or we have, like, a part of something? Can we get flagged for that?
This doesn't make any money, so it's fine.
What if, when it does make money?
I don't know. There might be a gray area if the channel's monetized. That might be an issue, but if we were just making money from ads and we weren't actually making money from the podcast, I think it would be fine. I just don't know how it would be, like, if the channel is monetized.
I see. Okay.
And I don't know anything, and I'm just talking.
Yeah, we're just talking. I mean, I don't fucking know. Hey, if you do know.
Fuck that.
Fuck that. Yeah. No, that'd be great. Good sound. Good little sound bite.
Love Meth Man.
Yeah, he is good. He's good. I'll tell you. Suicide
Johnny
Boys
Blaze.
came out with a new album.
You love them.
They're good. It's not a bad one. Germ's on it. You know him.
Don't.
Yeah.
Unfamiliar.
Yeah. Not your lane of rap.
No.
You don't like the newer stuff. Some new stuff. You like the part of Tyler's new album.
Yeah, I like that new Tyler album. I think you guys played it a lot, but...
Oh, yeah, we burned that one to death.
Yeah.
Come on, are you kidding me? That was album of the year.
Yeah.
Album of the fucking 2 years.
There's some new stuff you play, but it's very much like, if you play, like... And again, not just new shit, but, like, that side of things more so. if you play 20 songs, there'll be like one or two where I'm like, oh, I actually like one or two of those. But then it goes right back into like 9.
Yeah. What's that Puya song I was playing yesterday?
Oh, the one.
Fat chicks got the warmest, or the hottest pussy.
Yeah. It's like, great.
I don't think that's scientifically accurate.
It's probably accurate, but just not for like good reasons. It's like there's just more mass.
Have you seen what people are doing now? They take rap lyrics and they take every line and they throw every line into the AI generated art thing.
Yeah,
and make a music video out of that.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I saw Above the Clouds, that Gangsta song.
That's the exact same one I saw.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that one, and I saw War Pigs, which is pretty cool from Black Sabbath.
Shit'll get you hyped. Some of them, man.
Yeah, they're good.
When it's saying like Above the Clouds and shit, there was like some military. There's like some people saluting. I was like, fucking,
you're goddamn right.
I love that I just have that in me. Yeah. I don't know what that is.
Oh, just like that, like hype, like
no, like well, yeah, I got that. Was what I was trying to talk about with
like
anime.
The troops thing.
Yeah, like you just see someone salute and be like, I love this fucking country.
Oh, dude, I'll go down. Dude, I'll go down a rabbit. Have you ever seen the videos of like the guys on like an aircraft carrier? How they send the jets out, and always at the end they do the fucking and they throw that like salute up and just say like, you're good, go ahead, and they fly off. Dude, I get so hyped watching that shit where I'm like, fuck, I love this goddamn country.
Did I tell you about those stupid videos?
Military needs more money.
Yeah. And a bigger budget. God damn it.
God damn it, boys.
Did I tell you about those dumb videos I've been watching?
No. I was going to go back to AI art, but keep going.
We'll get there.
Yes.
It's like, it'll be like a bunch of shit. It's like a 3-minute video. It'll be a bunch of dumb shit in the beginning where it's like, men don't need to be like in charge. Like it's bad to work out. And it's just like fat, gross, like blue hair.
Yeah.
It's like
just a bald, blue-haired woman.
Just like,
or no, non-binary.
Thank you. So it'll be like a minute of that, and it'll be like in black and white, and then music will start playing, and it'll fade the color, and it'll just be dudes lifting heavy things, dudes shooting guns, tanks, fighter jets, wrestling, fighting.
David Goggins.
Literally, David Goggins running. You can't do it. Like,
fuck you if you're gonna not get hard.
It's like a guy deadlifting so hard his fucking nose bleeds, and then he fucking
passes out.
Yeah, oh my. I watch that when I like to get out of bed sometimes.
Yeah. Dude, I watch David Goggin videos to go running sometimes. I'm like, you got to fucking get out of bed. It's fucking 10 below outside. Get out there and run. Then you take a step outside, and you're like, man, he's crazy.
Sometimes I watch fighters retiring.
That's a sad thing.
It's
probably
sad.
For you. Yeah.
But it hypes me up.
Yeah.
It's not a hype up so much as it's motivated. It's like a deep.
Yeah.
It's not when I need like if I need like a kick in the ass out the door. It's if I need like a fucking spark. You know?
I need to feel something.
Yeah.
Did you feel anything from that? Nah, it was all fake.
Nah, I phoned it in. No, you go ahead and you watch Chuck the Iceman Liddell retire, and you tell me you don't fucking feel something.
Tell me you don't cry to that. Ugh. Nah, it's wild.
Rough.
People are getting different topic back to AI art.
It's cool as shit.
Real artists hate AI art.
I'm sure.
These people
the one guy won the fucking contest.
Well, that's a little out there. I don't if it's an art contest.
No, I'm saying that's why I understand they're being upset.
I do understand that. I do like now because like I'll see posts on Instagram where someone will post like they'll have an art channel. Like I've done it. I have an art Instagram of my photography and shit I make. But
an artiste.
I would like to think. And people post AI art and they're like, you didn't draw this. What was the prompt you used? Blah, blah, blah. This is from this. And it's like he says it's from that.
Right.
Like he says it's from that. It's got the fucking Dolly 2 logo in the corner. We all know it's from that. He's not manipulating anything.
Yeah.
He just posted a cool thing. Dude, these people get fucking mad. They're like, this isn't art. This is killing art. This is killing the argument. It's like the turn with like modern art. With like someone just paints a white picture and they're like, that's bullshit. I could do that. And it's like, but you didn't. You weren't the first guy. You weren't the first asshole that painted a white picture, put a black line on, and was like, "That's art."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's the thing. Like,
because it's like, it's
half of it's doing it, and the other half is having the air about you to convince someone.
Exactly.
Have the bullshit story of like, well, I was going through a dark period. And
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. But no,
disgusting.
But no, it's disgusting. But no, people get like...
I hate that shit worse than that. I think AI art's better.
I think it's the tits. Yeah. Dude, getting on that shit was like getting on Google for the first time.
Yeah.
It's like you can fucking do, like you could do any, and then now with it, like they have a painting.
Bro, when you were coming in showing me T-Rexes with different arms and tails.
Dude, and like
feet, I was
I was just going to say that. So, like, you can, like, I did pencil drawing of a T-Rex, and then there's a painting feature where you can erase the feet and then do pencil drawing of duck feet, and it'll just fucking make it perfect. Change the tail.
That's what I don't get, how it understands so good.
It's so crazy. Yeah. But, I do like, I think I'm going to start doing this. You could take, like, you make AI art and then pull pieces from it and then make your own thing. So if you generate 20 images of the same, like, idea, same theme, same something, but, like, you like this part of one of it, you like this part of something, you like this part of something, you like the sky in this photo, you like the mountain in this one, and then you combine all of that in Photoshop into, like, your own fucking AI art type thing. And then that, I think, you can then, you'd still say it's AI art, but you fucking,
well, at that point,
manipulate it. It's almost like the sample. You manipulated it enough to where it's not just one image that was generated.
It's almost better than sampling, though, because you're not using someone else's... Because someone would accept that now if they made, like, a collage of, like, oh, I found this image here and this image here, but I put it together myself in Photoshop. I feel like people accept that as something. So it's like, okay, well, rather than finding images, I made images in AI. Not that that's art, but then I chopped it up. I don't know.
But then even when you do generate an image, it says, like, by... Or it's like human plus AI created, and then it'll like put your name at the bottom or some shit. So it's like, it's not like giving you full credit.
Right.
Like all you thought of was the prompt, which is fucking hard to get exactly what you want. You have to write a fucking paragraph in this thing now.
Well, that's kind of what it is.
Every single art style.
Like, it's not, maybe it's not art in the sense of like a fucking painting, but how many other things are art? There's an art to, you know,
what is art? Yeah, exactly.
So all these people that like are successful on social media, not that that's an art, but there's an art to doing it well is all I'm saying.
Exactly. There's an art to like figuring out the algorithm.
Yeah, so maybe their thing it's the art of finding out what combination of words. Exactly. Maybe the same guy puts all the same fucking words in, but he can't get it to do it, and then another person's like, no, you got to switch these around.
You got to do this. You got to add this art style. You got to do this. You know about this thing, and then you do that. Dude, I was pissed off. I was looking up. I want to just... Because, like, for that AI art thing, you have to put an art style in. And, like, there's so many cool art styles that I see that are like, oh, I want to make an image that looks like something that's, like, synthwave, where it looks, like, retro, but still, like, I don't know, fucking cool. But I was trying to look up a book that just had, like, you open it up, 2 pages to one art style, flip it, another one, another one, another one. Just a book of art styles. Nobody makes it. There isn't a book of, like... This is what this art style is. Flip it. This is what this art style is. Flip it.
Really?
Yeah, it blew my mind. Unless you wanted like an art history book.
I was just gonna say
that cuts off at like modern art where it's like, but it just takes the big ones. It's not like the subgenres of like. It doesn't go into like.
I'll text Nico.
Ask that man. Yeah.
See if he's got any insight on that.
Yeah. He's an artiste.
A man of culture.
Man of culture, worked in a museum. Tune into episode whatever the fuck it is in New York.
Where we were fresh off our Sumerian research.
Yeah. It's a shit episode, but it's good.
We were having fun about an hour prior.
And then it really fucking stormed to a halt.
Damn it. No, I mean... People goof on it, but like comic book art's awesome. like
that art style.
Yeah, I have my. There's so many things that I just watch sit in that store for years, and like every year would go by, I'd be like, so I'm not gonna buy that for full price.
Yeah.
Can I free up the space in the store by giving you
happen.
This amount of money for it?
Yeah.
And like eventually being like, all right, fine, take it. And I have my Silver Age. Comic art book, and it's like the top like 10 dudes from that era, and it's just
all their art
back to back to
cool.
back to. Yeah.
Well, like that Steve Ditko shit you showed me. That's fucking crazy.
A man
who doesn't do drugs that just makes this fucking.
It's great.
beautiful. Like,
someone goes, I asked him, Steve, how'd you come up with all this? And you know what he said? He sat there for a minute and he goes, or he told me, I just sat there and I gave it a lot of hard thought about what it would look like. Like he just decided.
Like, yes, this is what traveling through the universe at the speed of light looks like.
Bro, it's like Jack Kirby. Like, he decided, like, how to draw fucking energy. Everyone draws energy that way with fucking, like, black dots in between, like, colory waves. And it's like, no one did that before him. He figured out how to draw, like, Saiyan fucking...
Well, it's like those, go back even further, not comics, but it's like I just learned the Sumerians, like, on like, Enki's, like, cloak or whatever that is, the ripples signify vibrations and that they're vibrating.
Ah.
Yeah. So the ripples in like their
369.
Yeah, dude. So like
vibrations, energy.
But yeah, when you look at their clothes, they have these like fucking ripples going down them, and they're saying like, yeah, that shows like vibrations.
You know how we talk about the Pope having the big hat like an Anunnaki head? Mm-hmm. I guess the Pope has another hat that is like, it looks like a party hat, like a cone, but cut in half so that it's like an open mouth almost.
Yeah.
And then someone pointed out how that hat, so you got the big hat, looks like the Anunnaki guys, big heads, like
cone
like Akhenaten, all those Egyptian.
Yes.
So there's that. But then there's pharaohs wearing
like the duck bill.
Yeah, there's ones like that, and they pointed out that looks like the Sumerian guy who's wearing a fucking fish head, because now it's like a fish open at the top.
Yeah.
That fucked me up. I got to look into this one, because this one I just saw like a quick little short of, but it was saying how scientists, the video was saying this, was that mainstream scientists agree and will tell you that our genome was changed 200,000 years ago, and we were given a worship gene. He said something else changed about
a gene
like,
that like makes us seek a higher power.
Or recognize a higher power. I don't know if it was seek or just like resonate with one if found, but
why wouldn't a race of aliens that are jumping from planet to planet, like why wouldn't they? It's almost,
we've seen in other videos. They say we got made too smart.
Yes.
So then it's like, okay, so we fucked up. We gotta, because this dude was saying other shit happened too, about like something happened with our chromosome at the same time. So it's like, okay, so maybe this isn't when we got made. This is maybe when we got like that inhibitor chip.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Not literally.
It's like a governor, like on like a dirt bike or like something where we're like the snowmobile goes 80 miles an hour.
Right.
The governor's on it. You can only go 40.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
Like those things they were saying where it's like we got our capacity taken down, and then that story gets compared to the Adam and Eve and Adam and Eve story where it's like tree of knowledge. Yeah. Come on.
But like why wouldn't an alien going from civilization to civilization, going from planet to planet in their in their like realm of the cosmos, whatever stage of a civilization they're in, why wouldn't they, when they're making life on other planets, why wouldn't they like put that chip in them to be like, no, you worship us. Like, this is we fucking made you.
Again, we're animals, bro.
Yeah.
Why aren't we like any other fucking animal?
It's fucking crazy. No, yeah.
We're like monkeys pointing at each other. But you know how we're not like monkeys when we start fucking putting rocks on each other to try to reach the sky where the fucking gods came down.
Yeah, exactly.
God damn.
Or we start building megaliths and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it goes, we got told to.
Or then it goes into like, because it's funny you said 200 and something thousand years, because you go into that universe inside you video.
Well, that's what this dude was making the comparison of, was that's when the Sumerians say they changed our gene. It's literally they say 200,000 years ago.
But then in that video, they go back and they took some woman's DNA and they traced it back, or they have a collection of all like the women's DNA and they bring it all back to their common ancestor of when like the first woman, and that like
the first girl to get railed by
or transformed from
watcher.
Or transformed from the male version. Because all they made were males, because they needed to build these mines.
They needed workers.
Yeah,
bro.
they needed workers.
Fucking strapping lads.
So they made the perfect form of a male to just be a worker. They were dying off faster than they can produce. Adamu. They then take from Adamu. They then take a bone. They make Eve.
Well,
which then gives
Adamu,
us.
They say they just like straight up do it like genetically.
Yeah,
Adam,
well, yeah,
they do
exactly.
like the bone thing.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't fucking white people don't know science yet, so
exactly.
they gotta be like
a
rib.
So from Adamu they make Eve, which then gives us the ability to reproduce, which we then start reproducing too fast, and then the Anunnaki leave. There's an uproar. We then spread out from Africa throughout the rest of the world, and that's where that starts. But the first woman lines up with that when the fucking gene was put in. So it's if the woman has the gene, and if you have that much knowledge on how genes work, how like genes, like certain genes you only get from your mom, certain genes you only get from your dad, if you just put it in the woman and then they start reproducing, everybody's going to have that fucking gene. And then the people who didn't have it are going to die out, and then everybody
Neanderthals and every other fucking hominid.
Or just like all the dudes that was weird. Or just like all the dudes that were there before the reproduction, before they could do that shit, who didn't have that and were getting strong or whatever.
Those dudes were probably players, though, because they were basically, like, snipped.
Yes, exactly.
They could just bust inside with no consequence.
Yeah, doesn't matter. But, yeah. It's fucking...
They were probably the first dudes to invent high fives.
Yeah, probably.
Shit was so chill.
When you think about it. That makes sense. But no, it is... Because then, like, even if you go on the 23andMe, it shows, literally fucking shows on Christian's DNA chart.
Hers is jealousy.
Oh, it's fuck. It makes me so like jealous. Yeah, like it's so crazy. But like
I said, you guys gotta like just slide a fucking envelope with like a vial.
Her first woman goes back to that fucking like 200 something or 300,000 years ago, wherever it was, and it's just like from like Central Africa, or like Southern Africa, just like coming out, and it's like that's where that monument is. I don't know.
Yeah, the Africa Stonehenge.
Where the native people say that's where the gods made man.
Which is...
And then if you go and you look at an aerial view of Africa, there's all these imprints of stone structures. And there's like...
Oh, yeah, it was a network
spreading
from
all
that
through.
one.
And that was a city. And then there's a fucking huge mine in South Africa.
For gold.
Yeah. Gold! I like gold!
Because the aliens needed to repair their ozone. Yeah. Everyone knows that.
But yeah, dude.
Isn't it fucked up how, like, in 20 years, if this shit goes mainstream, like, we'll basically be scholars.
That's what it is.
Like,
someone needs to take the torch. The torch needs to be passed to somebody else. In 20 years.
We need to get Graham's seal of approval before he retires.
Much like that book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we got to talk to that guy, and then we'll get the
book.
The power of transference.
Yeah, the power of transference.
I'll talk by myself for a second. I'm a bit of a motor mouth. We got a book. Graham Hancock endorsed it on the back, and we said, no more selling required.
No, that's the only selling point I fucking need.
Only sales pitch I need.
The Secret History of the World by Mark Booth.
We've not read it yet, so...
Have not read it yet, but we will go through it. It talks about alchemists, Freemasons, the Illuminati, the Garden of Eden, the Knights Templar, the Looking Glass in the universe, the gods who loved women, which is basically what we are talking about now when the gods came down, the Nephilim, the Watchers.
Fuck that first lady.
From the Book of Enoch. Well, I think that probably goes into more about the giants, which Graham doesn't believe in, which blows my mind. Lucifer.
It's so crazy.
Shamans, Mohammed and Gabriel. Endorsed by Graham Hancock. Mark Booth, if you want to reach out to us, we'll be reading this book soon. But yeah, check this shit out. This looks interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll do a breakdown in the History Ape channel.
Yeah, that'll give you some good content. Some good fodder.
Probably a good idea, yeah. But yeah.
Probably wrap this puppy up.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen.
Got to go to work still.
Good episode.
Oh, but real quick, what I was going to say. I mean, that shit's on Netflix. The more and more mainstream this gets, yeah, there's a lot of good people on YouTube already, but as far as, like, the mass populace, no one's on this. So, I mean, the more and more...
Especially with us making a timeline.
Yeah.
Who knows if we're going to write
I see videos say timeline, and I click on it. No one's got a timeline.
No one's got a timeline. No one puts this shit down.
No one has a timeline.
No, there isn't a timeline of anything.
There's the guy who makes the timelines, but he's not hip to the game.
He's not in it.
He doesn't...
He's not in the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know about the rabbit hole.
He makes a hell of a timeline.
It's beautiful. I wish I could have that type of
organization. Maybe collaborate with him.
Yeah.
With a gun
us.
to his head.
either you make this timeline or your brains are going to be
Put the Giants on there.
Put the Giants on the timeline.
But yeah.
No one's making a timeline. Who knows? 10 years, we might write a book. I don't know. There's a lot of avenues this thing can go. And you're only going to catch it on the Stoned Ape podcast and the Stone Ape Network under the 5th.
Listen, guys, I'm going to tell you, I've been watching Joe Rogan for a long time. And when I hear dumb fuck newbies, it feels good knowing how long I've been in it. And I'm not one of those people.
It feels good. Wouldn't you want the same?
Wouldn't you want to be in on the ground floor? Isn't it going to be lame to show up and be like, oh, yeah, I definitely didn't skip that fucking podcast, and now I'm watching it because it's cool. Yeah.
No, yeah. Oh, I did watch them in the basement. I remember.
The
I
basement?
remember this fat fuck sitting here.
Yeah, the basement. Yeah.
The basement set.
And
the first 60 episodes.
They're going to think that we mean the house, because by then we'll be in a fucking compound.
Yeah,
so they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, no, I know those episodes." And they're gonna be like, "There's a window. How could it be the basement?"
And then you're gonna get the people who are like, "Do you guys remember audio only? Do you guys remember that?" Because they're out there. There's one sub out there who's been with us since the beginning.
Give a shout out to Christian's brother,
fucking Andrew. You watching this shit?
You make it to the end, brother?
If you made it to the end.
Fucking super fan.
I appreciate you.
You got him, I got Nico.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, man. I appreciate you, brother. But Stone Apes Podcast, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. We're always live on Twitter. We're fucking around. We got the MMA Ape channel. We got the History Ape channel coming out soon. All the other channels.
Secret Clip channel.
Secret Clip channel. If you see that shit,
don't tell nobody.
We fucking love you. And always, you fuckers take care.
Peace. Yes.